How can Triple H and Nick Khan ruin John Cena's retirement tour? So that's what we're gonna get into next. We talked about some things we hope to see and that we're projecting, but in your opinion, how can they ruin this retirement tour and just make it bad television? Shout out to Kai Black Couch Booking. He threw us this topic, so we rocking with it. But what do you think is the some easy ways to screw this up?
I think if we don't see him and Cody Rhodes in any kind of way, big mistake. I
I'm
think if
starting to really want to see them.
Yeah, I think you got to do that at some point in the year stretch that you still have him. I think if that doesn't happen, that's probably gonna go down as one of the biggest mistakes, biggest what ifs that wrestling has ever seen.
No bullshit.
Um, if you don't at least put him in a title match, I think that's another one.
Yes.
I'm not saying he necessarily has to win the 17, break the
Yeah.
record, but you got to at least give him one more bone, one more bite at the apple. Just give everybody that feel again that he can be the king of the mountain. And I'm also going to throw Randy Orton in there too. I think if he,
Mm,
I think if we don't see at least one more thing happen with Orton, another big mistake. That's another one for sure. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Nah, those that's real. I think all of those are real, especially the Cody Rhodes one, because we keep hearing the rocks up in the air, and they're really eyeing the Cody Cena. Man, I think they have to do it. Maybe it doesn't maybe have to be at WrestleMania, but you guys got the entire year to fit it in. I think y'all gotta find a way. SummerSlam, Mania, somewhere. It just makes sense. And he doesn't have to win it, but I agree with you. If you have him for a year and you just don't put him in world title matches ever, then there was no point of this retirement tour, man.
Hmm.
In my opinion. But I think what would make this a big failure is if they strictly made him wrestle people he's wrestled, which I don't think they'll do that. Like if he only wrestled CM Punk, Randy Orton, Sheamus, people he's worked with, The Miz,
Hmm.
that people don't want to see that. People do want to see. I mean, people want to see Randy Orton for sure, and maybe CM Punk, but people want to see matches he maybe never got. L.A. Knight, Gunther, Braun Breaker, mixed in with some throwbacks. Um, I think it would be a failure if he doesn't win any championship of any kind. Now, even let's say he doesn't win the 17th, I think it would make sense to give him the Intercontinental Championship. If he goes empty handed on the tour and doesn't even do that, then man, that's a big mark missed right there, man. That's dropping the ball right there. But I'm gonna be optimistic that they won't drop this ball. But if they the biggest way they could drop this ball is if he just came and did all the same thing he's been doing the last 5 6 years. Come in, lose to Solo Sokola. Come
Nova.
in, lose to Austin Theory, lose to all the up and come young guys that haven't fully established themselves. I don't think they'll do that, but that would be the absolute worst thing. I know Cena's generous, but I don't care what he has to say on this run. If he doesn't have to put someone over, if he wants to put someone over, tell him no, Cena, you're not putting this person over. If
Mm,
if he tries to be too generous, you got to tell him no, we want to go this way. I think
mm.
the worst thing they could do is just give us more of the same and just have him put over up and comers strictly. But you know, I don't think they'll be that crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could still see a lot of that though. I mean,
There will
I'm
be
gonna be
some of that. There'll be some of that.
I can still see a lot of that. I'm gonna be honest. I think he's still gonna end up taking losses to the guys like the Drews. The guys
That's
like
good though. That's
Guys like the
good.
Codys.
Yeah.
You know, I everybody that's sparking up and he right now.
I'm
I still,
talking about lower than that. Like no
yeah,
disrespect.
lower than that. I don't see him
I'm talking about like at the
like a
time.
Bronson Reed.
Yeah, like those types of fresh. Because Austin Theory was still fairly fresh at the
Yeah,
time. Like
yeah.
talking about those guys. If he loses to Cody and Drew, I'm not gonna be too bothered by that at all. What?
Yeah, no. So in terms of like newer talent, I think he'll lose to those guys, but I don't see him just losing to anybody anymore. Especially because this is the last year we're gonna have him.
Can't do that.
I definitely see him racking up some names on the younger side. I see him beating maybe all the old legends that he ends up going in with, like Orton, CM Punk. I see him beating those dudes too. Um, Again, the title thing, it's still up in the air for me. Even though I think he does have a better shot at the Gunther title, but it's still very up in the air for me.
Man, he keep
But
sleeping, dog. We might take Cody's title, dog. We are thinking about it.
I don't see it being Cody's title. I don't. I think they got too many big plans for that title.
Hear the you hear me out. We keep thinking that the plans are set in stone for Cody, but they're really not. So
No,
right
they're
now
not.
it's up in the
They're
air.
not. I don't think
I,
they
I
are at
think
all.
I think we fell so in love with the Rock stuff. We think that is destined to happen. It's not happening,
It's
bro.
not. It's not.
So
It's not
and
destined. Nope.
it's not guaranteed, is all I'm saying. I
It's
still
not.
have a little hope, but I think that's the reason. Now that it's not guaranteed, that leaves the Cena opportunity a little open the window for the year at least.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think the Rock thing is set in stone whatsoever. But even if Rock doesn't show up, I still think they're gonna have big plans for that title in terms of
Cody
Cody,
Roman 3,
Roman.
Cody Randy Orton.
I think and listen, I think what we're sleeping on maybe if Rock ain't evolved, if anything, the better the triple that would really make sense is Cody, Randy, Roman.
Really? That's a different one. How would you intertwine Roman with
Because
Randy?
here's the deal, David. We can't have another WrestleMania just Roman and Cody.
No, I don't think so.
That would be 3 years in a row.
I honestly think Roman and Cody makes sense to stash for SummerSlam, but you could pull it off. But
Cause here's the thing. Here's something that will amplify Cody Rhodes' babyface run 10 times harder. If you have somebody like Randy Orton just being the apex predator that he is, being that viper backstabber that he is, and
yeah,
he randomly just goes at Cody Rhodes and changes his mind, and then next thing you know, you have Roman still hunting down for that thing,
mm-hmm.
feeling that that's the title that's still his.
Yeah.
It will be kind of like a Daniel Bryan scenario at that WrestleMania 30.
I don't dislike it at all. I feel like if they're gonna do a triple threat, the one that makes the most sense at this point, if The Rock isn't gonna be present,
Yeah,
I feel like
this is just Plan B talk for me. I'm saying this is
no,
just Plan B.
this is a great plan B. But I feel like a great plan B would be Cody, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. You know,
Mm,
Cody and CM Punk, real life friends, both real life spent time in the other place and ran back. Um, they had a promo way last year that kind of planted seeds for a future feud. And Paul Heyman still owes him that favor, so he's
mm.
connected to Roman Reigns. So I feel like they're connected as well if they wanted to go
That's
a
a good one too.
three way.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
That'd be a good triple threat too. That's the good thing. See,
But
that's the
none
thing.
of those are bigger than Cena versus Cody Rhodes. But they're all great.
Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. If you can somehow intertwine the three scenarios that we just named, I think that'd be a more bananas type of scenario because they already been kind of sprinkling and poking at these ideas
Mm-hmm.
and they already been kind of alley ooping it, like you said with CM Punk. There's been a little engage going on there. Roman, we always know he's still looming because he just had that title. So Randy, that's the protege.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's these things are kind of just right there waiting for us. So I feel like people would really go crazy if that trigger is pulled. And then also Cena still got Gunther. Gunther needs something big.
I agree with that. They're kind of screwing Gunther with not giving him big people lately.
He needs something big.
Yeah, yeah,
This is the road to WrestleMania,
yeah.
and we're giving him Uso.
I know, I know, dog. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Uso, dog.
I
Come
don't
on,
like it,
really?
dog. I don't like it.
I'm getting
I
tired of this,
understand.
David. I'm getting tired of them really thinking that we're supposed to take this dude serious as a main event dude. I'm getting tired of this, bro.
I was low key waiting
I'm
for this,
getting
dog.
tired of
I
this,
was
David.
nah,
It's really starting. It's really
yeah,
starting to
nah,
agitate me a little bit, dog.
nah, for real, nah, for real. Because when I was watching Raw the other day, I'm like, I was all excited. They were like, "Oh, Gunther's coming out," and I was like, "Who? I wonder who they are. They gonna at least pull maybe a LA Knight, pull someone from SmackDown." And then it was Jay who came out.
Come on.
I was deflated, man. I was really deflated.
Yeah.
I was, and I look. I appreciate the fact that he's found something that works for his character. He has worked on his character work. I'll say that. But y'all know he's ass in a singles wrestling
But
ring.
why can't they keep it in the mid card at least, David? Why does it always gotta be the
I'm with
very
you.
top?
I was going there. Yeah, I get it. He earned his cute 2 week Intercontinental title reign because he got over it. I get that, but he should not be in World Championship competition ever again after this. I mean, it was a little cute when he had to get brutalized by Roman Reigns in the beginning of the Tribal Chief run. It was cute to help the story, but no, they're doing Gunther dirty, man. It's really bringing down Gunther's reign a little bit by wasting his time because we know he's not going to win. We know the match isn't going to be that good on his part. So we know Gunther's going to have to carry the hell out of him. So what's the point, man? But I'm with you. See, Gunther, if my fear for Gunther is that he might not make it to WrestleMania as champ, but I agree he could use something big to reward him. I'm with him if they do put him against Cena, I'm with that. I'm with
But
that.
why not, David? Who do you think could take that from him? Why not?
Honestly,
Why not?
I haven't 100% ruled out CM Punk. I'm not 100%. I don't think I still see that match happening at some point soon. Uh,
Mm.
they were flirting with the idea at Survivor Series, but they didn't do it. But I don't think it would be crazy if CM Punk won it. And they have so many options, but I wouldn't be surprised if CM Punk entered WrestleMania World Champ and maybe defended it against Rollins or Rollins and Drew in a triple threat.
Mm.
Uh,
So you think he could possibly win the Royal Rumble and take the title before WrestleMania?
I think Punk is one of my favorites for the Rumble, but I could totally see if he doesn't. I see him maybe beating a Gunther at Elimination Chamber or something like that.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Yeah, because I think he's a big, huge candidate for that Royal Rumble. So that's the
He
only reason
is.
why. That's the only reason why I was asking that. I was kind of thinking that they let him win it.
He's definitely a big candidate. Yeah.
If Rock doesn't do no surprises, if Rock's ruled out or something like that, I think Punk is definitely one of the top two names
Yeah.
that can do that just so he could finally get that WrestleMania main event that he's been crying about for a decade.
For real though.
So it if I mean if he I'm just saying like if Gunther can't get Punk, he can't get Cena. who does he get? You
That's a,
can't just leave. You can't just leave the dude
you
butt
can't.
naked,
You can't.
like that because he's been dominant.
Listen, I
Now,
know. I
when you
know.
fighting dudes like Uso, again, the reality comes in because it's 2025. You don't
Yeah.
look that dominant, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Bro, everybody sees through it. Everybody knows he ain't gonna win.
This ain't back in the day where squash matches like that, you was able to get away with it. No,
Yeah. Nah, I feel you on the. I'm tired of seeing this dude touch in the main event.
I'm
I'm I'm
tired of him.
I'm tired of him and his brother not being reunited. That's just where I'm at, man. They,
No,
they want
seriously.
they want to ask us on the stream the other day to talk about who's better. They're the same. They're made to be partners. They're made to cover each other's weakness. They're not
Same thing to
made
me.
to
Yeah.
be in the singles competition, bro. I will say Jay is a little bit of a better mic skills and character work, but they're the same in the ring, man.
They're the same, bro. You
They're
you
the
you
same.
gonna see this. You're gonna see the sweet chin music like 15
Yo,
times.
this dude's sick.
15 times a freaking
Nah,
match,
they,
man.
they they do be kicking the
They
shit out of
abuse it,
people, bro.
David. They abuse it more than any other wrestler. They literally do. And you're
Yo,
Samoan at that much time. You're Samoan. Come on, man. You can't hit us with a vice grip, a brain chop. Still some of Alpha and Seeker's moves, bro. You over here just that you do the same indie kick, super kick. Boom,
yeah.
boom,
Nah,
boom,
they do
boom. They have to do it like 10 times
they
before they
do.
set up the frog
Yo,
splash.
it's because
Come on.
they don't got a lot in their
They're
bag.
not used to working single. Like you
Yeah,
can tell.
yeah. All I was saying, they definitely abuse it, but sometimes they be making those kicks look real good. They kick the shit out of people with
But
them
how
air
many times we
forces.
gotta see it though, Dave? How many times? After the
Yo,
second or third times, how many times we gotta see it?
it's so bad. Even Jay admitted, and let's be fair to them, at least they're keeping it real. Even Jay admitted that their match at WrestleMania sucked. Jimmy versus Jay. At least he's
Cause
admitted.
y'all got the same moves.
That was like probably the worst match in WrestleMania in the last 15 years. I'm willing to. I need someone to find me a
When you
word.
really look at them work, David, they do the same exact movesets.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
they're made for tag team competition, man. They're just
Like,
made for it.
and we need tag teams anyway. Put them back.
That's where I'm at.
We
Exactly.
need tag teams.
We need somebody to give a shot in the arm. The heel New Day can't do it all themselves, yo.
They can't.
I like where they're going with this, but the heel New
They
Day
can't.
do it
Even though
all.
this dude dropped Rey Mysterio the other day.
that
And
shit was that was entertaining. That
That
was
was fucked
entertaining,
up,
dog.
Nah, Ray's too old for you to be doing shit like that too, dog. Be careful, man.
That was entertaining. They
This
had
dude's trying to.
they had a
These
good
dudes.
match.
It was a good match. No, it was. It was. That was a real good match. But man, come on, man. You can't be dropping Ray. Ray's like what, 50? We need. He's one of the very few legends we got left.
Oh, no,
Jesus.
put the Usos back together. But yo, is there any other thing that we're missing that you think would ruin John Cena's tour? I feel like we hit the key ones.
Um.
I
Uh.
also
uh,
think I also think if they try to make majority of his matches tag team matches, like they did in the past, that would kind of take the some impact off the tour too, man. But I'm trusting these dudes, man. You gotta make this count. Cause he said it and I believe him. I know he's not like Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan. When I'm done, I'm done. You're not gonna get me in a table spot. You're not gonna get me in a special guest referee. He said all you're gonna see me is in a suit now. I'm done.
yeah. Yeah. Do you think we also need to see maybe a possible interaction with him and Triple H?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Even though we obviously know Triple H ain't getting active, we need to see.
Yeah, nah, just a segment. Just a segment maybe where Triple H is trying to tell him what to do or something.
I think we need to see that, yo. Yeah.
Cause I was also thinking that it sucks that Hunter can't get back in the ring. But
no bullshit. Because
It really.
I know he would have did the Kevin Owens after he pushed him.
Yes,
I
yeah,
know he would have.
yes,
He would want to. Yeah.
yes, yeah, yeah. It really sucks that we can't see him ever again. But one of these days, man, I think he should pull a Vince and try to be an authority figure. I think these GMs are kind of corny, and nobody could do it like Hunter and the Authority. That's that.
I
I
feel
missed them
like
something.
that's what The Rock is.
No, he's not.
I kind of
No.
feel like The Rock's the new Vince McMahon authority figure.
When does he ever
That's
make
all.
any matches? When does he ever?
Nah, you're right. Not in that sense, but he's kind of like the boss figure when he comes around since he's been the final
The
boss.
problem with that is we don't see him enough.
That's fair. But
That's the
I
problem.
think the only reason I think Triple H would love to do what you're saying, but the only reason he doesn't is that will basically force him to get physical. You
You
got
think
it,
so?
yo, when you're a heel authority figure, someone's gonna have to either smack you or slam you or embarrass you. Someone's gonna have to do something.
Mm.
Think about the best heel authority figures that we've had.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That's usually the road that they go down. I'm just thinking maybe he can get a young dude that he can bring up who could take all the pounding for him.
Yeah, maybe that
You
maybe.
know, because like I said, when they were the authority and they were going around telling people what to do, embarrassing people, making matches, I think that adds to the show, man. I really do. I think that really that's a good ingredient to sprinkle into the show when you have actual people that are GM characters that you want to see also, not just the performers, but it's a lost art. It's okay though. It's not like it's a big impact to the show. It's okay.